Hi, I'm Mike. Welcome to the Farm Wolf. Today is part 2 of the video I did of this International 120 mower. I'm going to talk a little bit about it, and then I'll tell you the price that I gave, since I told everybody to guess in part 1. I'm going to let you know what I gave for it. The reason why I wanted this mower is because it's got this hitch that is designed to go on the drawbar of a Farmall M or an H. This is a Farmall M, Super M actually, drawbar. You just slide swinging drawbar over, and the mower will either actually bolt to the top of the hitch or it'll bolt to the bottom of it, depending on the height of the hitch and how high you want the sickle mower itself to ride. This part of the mower is actually flipped down, but when you hook it up, this part is on a couple pins. It swivels, it will raise up like this, and depending on how you mount it on your drawbar, either if these are on the bottom of the drawbar mounted, this will be butted up against the drawbar itself, and then these parts here, I call them ears, they'll be underneath the drawbar. Or if it don't sit right, you can actually put these on top of the drawbar and mount it that way. This is the Pto shaft for the mower itself. On this model, the Pto shaft comes through, drives a pulley, goes to this belt, it goes to the Wobble Box. This particular model here, it actually has a Pto shaft that comes out of the back, which connects to the main Pto shaft, and it also has a hitch on the back. I've looked in the book, it actually was made where you could put a conditioner to run right behind the sickle mower. This shaft drove the conditioner and it hooked up to this hitch, so it was kind of like a hay conditioner ahead of its time. You could cut hay with the sickle bar, and of course the cut hay would be on this side. It would go through into the conditioner, and it was just a conditioner before its time, before the conditioners came out. The Wobble Box, which is driven by that pulley, comes through. It's connected to, I'm going to call it a pitman, and this part wobbles back and forth, or goes back and forth. It's connected to the sickle, and the sickle can move back and forth. What's nice about this particular model, the way that it's made, you can actually have the sickle bar at an angle. Like you could have it angled up at this direction or even angled down. They're really good for mowing ditch banks, small hills. The old conventional style of sickle mower, it would have had a pitman, a wooden pitman arm that would have started back here at the back. The wooden pitman arm would have went to the sickle, and it was designed to break, and you couldn't have your sickle bar up at an angle either way, because it would put the sickle, the pitman, the wooden pitman, in a bind and it would break it. These, they don't have that problem. This sickle mower came with this hydraulic cylinder, which seems to be in really good shape. The hoses on it seem to be fairly new. It has 2 hoses, one for up pressure, one for down. A lot of the tractors back in this era, when they had a hydraulic cylinder, they usually just had one-way hydraulics, which means that you pull the rod back and the hydraulics would just have up pressure. When you push the rod forward, gravity would allow the hydraulic cylinder to bleed back down, so the weight of whatever the implement was on it would actually cause it to bleed back down. I would say this was probably on maybe a Super M, a 350, a 450, something of that nature, that had the 2-way hydraulics. It came with 3 extra sickles. It has the sickle that is in the bar now. It has, I'm just going to call it the guard, goes on the end of the sickle that helps fold the hay back as you cut it. The belt has a little bit of wear, nothing that I'm worried about. Seems to be in fairly good shape. The tire is low. It does have a cut in it, but I probably could get away with this tire for no more than I'm going to use it for a long time. but I have priced a tire and get a new one for $25. The only thing I've noticed, the stand, there's supposed to be like a little bowl that attaches to that ball down on the bottom. That's the only thing it seems to be missing. This mower also has like a safety feature, keep everything greased up, and it's got a trip mechanism where if you hit something with the sickle bar, like a fence post or a big rock or something, it will break away, and like the sickle bar will actually break away back to the back. It's to prevent you from breaking your sickle, so I thought that was a really good little feature. By the looks of the paint, it looks like it's been stored inside, kept in good shape. I bought this at a consignment sale. It happens twice a year, once in the spring, once in the fall. This, I believe whoever had it probably died. There was a lot of items that somebody did die that came from an estate. And judging by how good a condition this is, I would say whoever had it, you know, took really good care of it, and they probably died. That's why it was there. I forgot to mention, it also came with the original book. So the question we've all been waiting for, what'd I give for it? It started out for $300. They were trying to get a $300 bid, which I would say it's well worth that. They couldn't get it. They went down to $200. Then they went down to $100. I didn't think they were going to get that. I was going to let it go down to 25 or 50 and jump in on it. But I've made that mistake at the sale before. Whenever I let it get that low, everybody jumps in on it, and then it probably would have went for $300. So I decided to jump in at $100. I was more than comfortable to pay that. Nobody else bid against me. They tried like crazy to get $125, but it came to me for $100, and I am happy to have it. I didn't really need this mower, but I thought it would be more than handy to put on a Farmall H or an M, which I have a lot of, or Super M. I thought it would be really handy to cut underneath the fences. And also I thought, you know, if I've got the time, it usually seems like I'm under a time crunch, but if I had the time, it would be fun to put it on the back of a Farmall M or H and just cut some hay with it. They're a fun little mower to operate. I don't have any problem with a sickle mower. I actually like them, and I thought it was just too good of a deal to pass up. I'm Mike, or Wolfie. This is the Farm Wolf. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Have a good day.